I am addicted to my smartphone, and it's not just me. I think there's a lot of people have this problem. We're wasting too much time using these things. I think social media is the main issue. Whatever news feed you've got on your screen, you just scroll through it and you're basically looking at other people's lives, sometimes or most of the time people that you don't even know. It wasn't until the other day when I started looking at the screen time management and realising just how long I actually spend on this thing every day. But it's not just social media either that's taken up my time. It's you know, the internet governs our lives. Everything we want to do, whether it's looking up a train time, online shopping, you know, finding out where something is, seeing if a shop's open, anything we want, the information's right there. We're always reaching for our phones. So I want to find out exactly what it's going to be like to live without internet, and not just on my phone either. I'm not going to have internet on my computer, on my TV. I'm literally going to live for 7 days with no internet whatsoever, and I'm going to see what happens. I want to live in the real world. I've just woken up, and first thing I've done was roll over and try and check my phone to check my social media and all that. I've just come across my first major issue without having the internet already, and that is that I can't check my banking app. I need to know if I've been paid, and I need to know how much I've been paid. So now I've got to physically go and find a cash point. There's one up the shop. The local shop is only 2 minutes away. That's fine, but it's usually out of service. It never works, that cash point. So chances are I've got to go all the way down to the supermarket. I don't have a car at the moment because it's in the garage getting fixed. So that's about a 10-15 minute walk just to go and find out my balance to see if I've been paid. So it turns out this cash machine doesn't work, and neither does this one. Brilliant. So now I've got to walk 15 minutes back home, 15 minutes in the other direction to go and see if the car cash point's working, and then 15 minutes back home again. Well, that was fun. 1 hour of walking about to find that cash point, only to find out that I haven't been paid. So I've got to do all that again tomorrow. I've got to go find another cash point, and that just shows the convenience side of the internet. I would have been able to do that in 20 seconds. But on the other hand, if I hadn't have done that, all I would have done was scroll through social media for that hour, and what would I have achieved? Okay, so I might have found out that Jessica's made a birthday cake for her little brother in the shape of a chicken nugget, or Samantha's had an argument with her best mate and Dean's put a bad comment on the post and it's all kicked off, and then James's cat has brought a dead rat into the house and smeared its tail up the wall. These things have no relevance to my life whatsoever. So in a way it's been a bit of an inconvenience this morning having to do that, but at least I haven't wasted my time laying around doing absolutely nothing, staring at my screen. I've come across another massive issue of not being able to use the internet. Sat-nav. I use my phone for my sat-nav. All the time I'm using it. It's so easy, you put the postcode in, job done. I've gone down to the garage this morning to pick up my car. They can't find the problem. They said that I've got to take it to a specialist. They've given me the address. So I've had to pop home quickly and pick up an old traditional map. And now I've got to look up, find the address on here, and then figure out where I am on here, and then work out exactly how to get there. According to the map, this is the place. It don't really look much like a specialist. It looks like a farm. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit confused. Where the hell is that map? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is a horse. Hey mate, are you the geezer I need to speak to about getting my car sorted? I've just had my first really positive moment from this week. I just got back from the barber's, and when I went in there, the guy said it's going to be about half an hour wait. He had a couple of people to do before me. I sat down, and the first thing I went to do was pull out my phone. And then when I realised I didn't have it, I was sort of thinking, what am I going to do? So I was thinking of telling the barber that I'll come back tomorrow. And then I thought, nah, do you know what? This is part of the whole not having the internet thing. This is, you know, I've got to get used to life without it. This older guy come in and sat down next to me. He made a joke about how it's probably going to be one of his last times in a barber because it won't be long before he's lost all of his hair. And from there we just sort of got chatting. Turns out the guy's 71 years old. He ended up telling me quite a lot about his life. He told me about his partner, his wife, who, when they first met, they'd actually met abroad, and then a few weeks later, when they were home in England, they met up again. And they've been together for I don't know how long, but years and years, and there's never been any interference there. He said that they've been strong from day one. It was just a nice thing to hear from the guy, you know. He was obviously getting on a bit, and he went on to tell me about her current situation, and she's not doing too good at the moment. She's quite ill, and at his age he's basically become her carer. He doesn't want to get anyone else in to care for her, so he's doing a job himself. And he also went on and he told me about his business, how he got into his business, and what it was like back then running a business compared with what it's like now. And he was really excited to tell me about his life and about his story and all of this, and we had a good chat for about 20 minutes. If I had had my phone on me, I don't think any of that conversation would have happened. But it really was one of those sort of beautiful moments in life that don't come around very often. And when I was sat there getting my hair cut, I was thinking about it, and I thought, you know, this is the exact reason why I'm doing this, why I'm not having the internet for a week, because I wanted to live in the real world. I wanted to interact with people face to face. That's real life. Guess who didn't bring out a jacket this morning because they couldn't check the weather app on their phone? Mr. No Internet over here. I've been trying to keep busy, like around the house. I've been doing bits that I've been putting off for a few weeks, like getting things done, and once I finish one job I'll move on to the next, just so that I'm not sitting there doing nothing. But there's been a couple times, like last night when I went to the pub to meet somebody and I was waiting for them for like 10-15 minutes before they got there. Like normally you pick up your phone and you get by looking at that, and you feel like you're socialising even though you're on your own. I sat there last night like, what do I do? Just sort of staring around, like. And then right now, so I'm back at the garage. I'm waiting for the guy to get some space on the ramp so I can take my car in there. But I'm just sat here doing absolutely nothing. The only company that you have is yourself in your head. I do overly use the internet, especially social media, but there is a time and a place when it really is handy to pass some time. Right, I'm back to my not having a sat-nav issue. I'm going over to see Sophie, and I've only been to this new flat once. She sent me the address to this old brick phone. Right, where are you? God, this is long. What the hell is that? There's a UFO. So it's somewhere in this box. Right, I found it. So we've got to hang a left at that cross, and then we've got to turn slightly right, and then zigzag about the place, straight over, straight over, straight over. This could be interesting.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Do you live outside a duvet shop?
No, go further down.
Could you live outside the duvet shop? Because that's where I am.
No. You want to go further down?
Yeah. Do you need a duvet while I'm here?
No.
How much have you eaten? On Wednesday, I've got to go down to Bournemouth. Now I've got to book a hotel without the internet. So as far as I remember from the adverts, there's that number 118 118. It's literally about £3 a minute.
Please.
Hi there. I don't actually have a business name in particular. I was looking for hotels in Bournemouth. I don't know whether you...
An actual hotel name, I wouldn't be able to do an accurate search for you.
She can't help me out unless I've got the name of the hotel. How'd you book a hotel without the internet? There must be a Travelodge in Bournemouth.
Which name, please?
Hi, the Travelodge in Bournemouth.
Yeah, Travelodge in Bournemouth, thank you.
Alright, so I've got the number. Let's ring the Travelodge.
Please be advised, your call is charged at 13 pence per minute you waited. A member of the team will be with you as soon as...
Hello, Travelodge Bookings. How can I help you today?
Hello, mate. Yeah, I've not got access to the internet, so I was hoping to book a room over the phone.
For tonight?
No, it's Wednesday night. Alright, brilliant. Well, yeah, cheers for your help, mate. So far, everything that I've come across, it may be a bit more inconvenient to do it without the internet, but there is ways around it. So today is the last day, so in a few hours from now I can switch my phone back on. In a way I don't want to. I think right now, after these 7 days, I'm feeling quite comfortable being outside of that world, and to suddenly get back into it like that, it's going to be a little difficult. So last night I went out, which is why I'm not feeling too good right now. I actually had a better time out last night than I normally would, so I found myself socialising with people that I'd never met before, having those real life interactions with people. So I'm interested in finding out other people's perspectives.
Yeah, no, I definitely spend too much time on social media.
Can you see how much you've been on it in the last week?
I told you Instagram was the worst.
Instagram's the main one. 4 hours 21. Okay, so an average of 4 hours a day. The interweb. I was expecting you to come along and say that you don't use it.
Oh,
That was
I
just
need to get back to roots, man. I don't need this poisonous waves going in my mind, dude. No, I have the power to share and to absorb every single little bit of information in the entire of documented history in my pocket. How the hell would you not want to deal with that? Certain people will never look up into the world to see what's going on. Up, amazing place, take a photo, look down, and then log into the knowledge of mankind.
See, I'm separating the internet into two different sections. You've got the social media side of it, and then you've got everything else, which is the convenience side of it, using it to look things up and things like that. I don't think it's necessary for me or anybody else to sort of try and cut down on that side of it. I think it's an amazing thing. It saves you a lot of time, and that actually gives you more time to live in the real world and focus on life. The social media side of things, that's a different story. So I've saved so much time this week from not looking on social media. I don't feel like I've missed anything important at all, and it's made me so much more productive than I've been in a long time. I've got so much stuff done this week. My mind has been more focused. You know, I've been busy, I've been doing things. There has been times when I've got really bored, and those times it would be good to have social media to look at. So in general, that's my conclusion. The convenient side of the internet is a positive thing. Don't need to take that away or cut down at all. The social media side of the internet, I need to cut that right back and limit myself with how much I use it, because it really doesn't aid my life in any way whatsoever.